that this is the end of the Diddy story as we know it.
Can't believe it, like that somebody would do that to somebody that they say they love.
Yeah.
Think about it, because she was on the floor, passed out. She looked lifeless, and he was kicking.
The reports about Seam Diddy's communications simply keep getting wilder, and the most recent information is disturbing, to put it mildly. It seems like Diddy's situation has become worse while he's been imprisoned. Insiders are saying that he was targeted by someone connected to a notorious gang and that he is currently fighting for his life in intensive care. Is this really happening? Could one of the most powerful figures in the entertainment industry really be facing such a grim reality? Let's break it all down and look into what might have led to this. Sources are claiming that he was seriously injured in prison following an alleged attack by a fellow mate.
Clients describe MDC as hell, as the worst conditions they've been in.
It's crucial to keep in mind that Diddy's current situation isn't just another celebrity scandal. After his arrest, it became evident that he wasn't just dealing with legal problems, but also posing a threat to those who were once closest to him. We're talking about years of alleged criminal activity that could expose secrets within the highest circles of the entertainment industry. And now it seems that someone wants him silenced before he spills everything.
Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise.
Prison insiders have described Diddy's current location, the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, as an extremely dangerous and grim facility that is known for overcrowded violence and appalling living circumstances. The fact that Diddy was attacked in prison adds a whole new element of drama to this already dramatic story. It's not the opulent life Diddy was used to, especially considering his status was always going to be risky. Some well-known inmates, like Ghislaine Maxwell and R. Kelly, have been held there. Now that this alleged incident has occurred, it appears that Diddy's worst nightmare is coming true.
Is going to mandate that they are responsible for your well-being. They have to ensure the safety of your well-being.
Rumors are swirling that someone with deep ties to the criminal underworld orchestrated the attack, sending a clear message to Diddy: stay silent. The reasoning is simple. Diddy's been a key player in the industry for decades, amassing dirt on some of the most powerful and influential figures in music, entertainment, and beyond. These aren't minor players. We're talking about people with every reason to keep their secrets buried. If Diddy starts talking, the consequences could be catastrophic. Let's not forget why Diddy's behind bars in the first place. The charges against him are serious, including allegations of trafficking and racketeering. His arrest wasn't a spur-of-the-moment event. It came after months, if not years, of investigation by federal authorities, who seem to have built an airtight case against him.
And gathered in this case was from those two raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles. And the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these performances that have been named freak-offs.
It's noteworthy that Diddy wasn't just taken into custody quietly. According to reports, he was cooperative and even anticipated the charges because he had moved to New York before his arrest. This suggests that Diddy may have known what was going to happen and even believed he could handle the situation. But as we can see, things have now gotten out of control.
To me, this sounds like a very toxic work environment. What is your take on that?
Toxic, but just, I mean, this is illegal behavior. You cannot put this is battery. It's criminal battery.
Where Diddy is being detained in prison given the horrific conditions at the Metropolitan Detention Center, which some former detainees have referred to as hell on earth. It makes sense that someone with D's notoriety could be in serious danger there. Shortage of medical care, frigid temperatures, and power outages are some of the facility's chronic issues.
What is next? Is he going to be in jail in this facility until the trial begins? Is there a chance he could, get moved earlier than that? As of this moment, as of this hour, as of today, yes. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to be appealing this thing next to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn the judge's order here to try and get him actually released to his mansion.
Reports of stabbings and convicts being crammed into tiny cells with little supervision are common. In 2019, the facility was thrown into chaos during a blackout that left inmates in complete darkness and freezing conditions for nearly a week. This incident led to protests and a subsequent investigation by the Department of Justice, but the problems at the facility remain largely unresolved. Violent altercations and even fatalities inside the prison have made headlines in recent years.
He will not go to prison for the time that they want to give him is if he start giving them something.
It's obvious that keeping Diddy safe in such an environment was always going to be difficult given his background. However, the idea that someone managed to get to Diddy inside the prison starts to make a lot more sense. It's not just about the poor conditions, it's also about the prison's reputation as a place where things can happen behind closed doors with little oversight. Add to that the fact that the prison is severely understaffed, operating with only about half of the necessary personnel.
They have people want to make up stuff, but they got people who was there that was witness and speaking about it.
Remember that U.S. District Judge Robin Tarnowski made it clear when she denied Diddy's bail that his violent past, his connections, and his enormous wealth made him a significant flight risk and a danger to the community. The judge's decision to keep Diddy behind bars until this trial was based on concerns that he might try to obstruct justice or intimidate witnesses. High-profile inmates like Diddy often have targets on their backs, and with his long list of enemies and former associates, the stakes are even higher.
Is he controlling? Yes, he is. Will he put his hands on a female? Yes, he will. Would he put his hands on a male producer or anything? Yes, he will.
With these latest developments, it seems the concerns were well-founded. Whether or not Diddy intended to cooperate with authorities, his deep knowledge of powerful figures in the industry and their involvement in illegal activities could lead to a massive unraveling of secrets. Diddy's arrest followed a lengthy federal investigation, which involved issuing hundreds of subpoenas, executing numerous search warrants, and collecting an overwhelming amount of digital evidence. Federal prosecutors have revealed that they are dealing with dozens of terabytes of data, suggesting this case isn't just about Diddy alone. There's a much larger web of individuals and operations at play. Prosecutors allege that Diddy's business empire served as a front for criminal enterprises marked by a pattern of abuse, exploitation, and intimidation. One significant trigger for the investigation was the lawsuit filed by his former girlfriend, Cassie, in late 2023. Cassie's lawsuit detailed years of physical and emotional abuse, and while it was settled privately, the allegations against Diddy only continued to escalate. Even more disturbing are the rumors of hidden cameras at his infamous parties, where high-profile figures in the entertainment world were allegedly caught on tape engaging in compromising activities. If these tapes exist, they could be the key to understanding why so many powerful people might want Diddy silenced. The information buried in those recordings could explain the serious danger Diddy now faces.
You pay those lawyers to know. Those lawyers know what he's going to beat, and those lawyers know what he ain't going to.
Diddy was renowned for breaking rules and fostering an excess culture for years, and his opulent lifestyle was the stuff of legend for years. From his opulent houses in Los Angeles and Miami to his infamous parties on Star Island, there were always throughout his career, he was dogged by rumors of dubious financial deals, violent temper outbursts, and covert relationships. Now, it appears that all of it may be coming back to haunt him.
Not only should he have apologized to Cassie in that video, he should have apologized to all of the general public that he lied to.
Diddy's federal indictment serves as a sobering reminder of the depth of these accusations, as prosecutors claim that he exploited his power to establish a network of people who were not just willing participants in his actions, but actively engaged in assisting him in keeping control of his empire.
There are some problems that the defense has brought up originally, but it seems like, just from reading this 14-page indictment, that there is enough physical evidence to perhaps get a conviction in this case. We shall see. These are allegations.
This wasn't just about making money. It was about power, control, and ensuring that no one could challenge Diddy without facing consequences. Now, with all of this potentially coming to light, Diddy is facing not only legal battles, but also life-threatening danger from those who fear what he might reveal. The events leading up to his arrest were months in the making. Earlier this year, federal authorities raided his homes in Los Angeles and Miami, seizing electronics, incriminating documents and firearms, including 3 AR-15 rifles with defaced serial numbers, adding yet another layer to the charges. It's clear that Diddy isn't just another celebrity caught in a scandal. He's at the center of an investigation that could rock the entertainment industry. But the question remains, how far will people go to keep him silent?
I ain't gonna lie.
As we continue to follow this unfolding story, it's becoming increasingly clear that Diddy's situation is far more dangerous than anyone initially thought. The prison attack, while shocking, might only be the tip of the iceberg. Diddy's involvement in some of the most controversial moments in entertainment history, along with his alleged knowledge of damaging secrets, has made him a prime target. With reports suggesting that his condition is critical following the attack, one can't help but wonder if this marks the beginning of an even darker chapter in the saga of Seeing Diddy Combs. So who could be behind the attack on Diddy? That's the question on everyone's mind. The possibilities are endless. Let's be real. Diddy's been in the game for decades, rubbing shoulders with some of the most influential and powerful figures in the entertainment industry. But with power comes enemies, and Diddy has certainly made his fair share over the years. It's no secret that he's been linked to some shady characters and has always walked a fine line between fame and infamy. Could this attack be the work of those who want him silenced before he exposes their secrets?
That you're looking at, they're all tied in together. Every part, as crazy as this seems, as outrageous as it seems, it all ties in, every bit of it.
Many people think Diddy didn't just rely on his business acumen or talent to make it big. He allegedly had something else in his arsenal information that's right. Diddy's rise to the top was anything but clean from the start, with rumors swirling about how he navigated the music industry and maintained his power. It has long been speculated that Diddy harbors secrets about those close to him, secrets that, if ever revealed, could ruin entire careers CR deep down.
It's just crazy. Just read.
For years, rumors have circulated that Diddy secretly recorded everything that happened at his infamous parties. And these weren't just any parties. These were over-the-top, exclusive gatherings attended by celebrities, top executives, and even political figures. It was the kind of environment where anything could happen and often did. Hidden cameras, allegedly placed throughout his properties, reportedly captured every wild moment without the guest's knowledge. Now, just imagine the kind of leverage Diddy could have accumulated over the years. Celebrities behaving badly, executives caught in compromising situations, all on tape. Rumor has it that Diddy used this footage as a tool to ensure no one could threaten his power. The idea was simple. So long as he had dirt on everyone, no one could turn against him. It's been said that Diddy's empire wasn't built just on music, but also on manipulation and blackmail. Whether these rumors hold any truth or not, the whispers have never really gone away. Now with Diddy behind bars, the fear is growing that all of that incriminating evidence could end up in the hands of the authorities. This is what's making many people nervous. If Diddy flips and starts talking, who knows how many high-profile names could be dragged into the spotlight? We're talking about careers ending, reputations ruined, and potential legal consequences for those caught in whatever Diddy's been sitting on for years. It's easy to see why certain people might be desperate to keep him quiet at all costs. This isn't just about protecting their image, it's about survival in a cutthroat industry where one wrong move could spell the end.
Just keep changing the top layer. You got to do some real internal work, and you have all the money, all the resources to have access to the best everything. Stop spending the money and using the resources to attempt to cover up your lies, and start using the money and the resources to deal with your truth.
Diddy has long been surrounded by controversy, often linked to some of the most infamous incidents in hip-hop history, and his name has repeatedly surfaced in connection with violent altercations. One scandal that continues to follow him is the unsolved murder of his close friend and collaborator. The notorious Big Many have speculated that Diddy knows more about the situation than he's ever revealed. Some even claiming he played a role in the East Coast versus West Coast feud that led to Biggie's tragic death. While none of these allegations have been proven, Diddy's ability to remain above the fray has left many questioning just how deep his involvement might have been.
I think industry talk, there's a lot of people who, who have worked for him. There's been stories around, which is, not necessarily unusual.
The most talked about incident was a 1999 nightclub altercation where a gunfight broke out, leaving several people injured. Diddy, who was present, managed to escape serious legal consequences, but the incident only strengthened his reputation as someone with dangerous connections. His ability to avoid major repercussions in situations like this only fueled the rumors that he had powerful people protecting him, possibly even that he was pulling the strings behind the scenes. In fact, Diddy's connection to violence doesn't end there. Over the years, he has been involved in numerous legal battles and accusations of assault.
He's been under criminal investigation for months by federal prosecutors here in New York. And if there are criminal charges, many of them may look a lot like what some of these individuals have been describing.
The problem with playing that kind of game, though, is that you're sure to make enemies, and Diddy has made plenty of them. Although he has managed to survive thus far, being incarcerated has changed everything. The people he once threatened or coerced may now see this as their opportunity to strike, and it's entirely possible that the recent attack was planned by someone who wants to ensure Diddy never gets the chance to reveal what he knows.
I had the choice to file the case as a Jane Doe, and she chose not to do that. After giving it a fair amount of thought, she wants accountability, she wants justice.
Furthermore, Diddy's legal issues aren't going away anytime soon. If found guilty of the major racketeering conspiracy counts and other offenses, he may spend the rest of his life in prison. It's clear that the federal government has a solid case against Diddy, and they're eager to work with anyone who can provide information. If Diddy chooses to cooperate with the government, it could be disastrous for a large number of people in the industry. It's not just about his involvement in criminal activity, but also about the entire network of people who may have been working with him or benefiting from his protection.
This is in the matter of Derek Lee Cardello Smith, MDOC number 267009 versus Sean Combs, Sean Puff Daddy Combs, also known as Sean P. Diddy, also known as Diddy, Bad Boy Records label owner.
This is the reason why some people think that Diddy's latest attack served as a warning to whoever ordered the hit to keep silent or face consequences if Diddy were to start speaking. The entertainment industry is known for its secrecy, so the thought that someone like Diddy could expose years of corruption, backroom deals, and worse is enough to unnerve even the most powerful people. The fallout would be enormous.
Why does it all come to a head now? Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup.
Nonetheless, who might be responsible for it? It's difficult to deny that Diddy has made a lot of enemies over the years, both inside and outside the music industry. Some may be former colleagues who are afraid Diddy's fall will bring them down with him, or others may have personal grudges and have been waiting for the right opportunity to strike. Of course, there's also the chance that this was planned by a group of people who stand to lose if Diddy speaks out.
New at 5, the legal troubles continue for Sean Diddy Combs tonight after a judge ordered the music mogul to pay $100 million to a Michigan man who says that he was sexually assaulted by Combs in '97.
According to court documents, Derek Cardello Smith says Combs drugged and then assaulted him during an after party at a Holiday Inn in Detroit. But Combs never responded to the lawsuit in court.
Additionally, it's important to note that Diddy has long been the subject of rumors that he has ties to organized crime. These rumors have never been confirmed, but they have lasted throughout Diddy's career. If there is any truth to them, it's possible that Diddy has run afoul of some very dangerous people because organized crime groups don't like loose ends. If Diddy is perceived as a liability, they may decide it's best to remove the threat before it gets too big to handle.
And in this lawsuit, he claims that essentially P. Diddy was the Epstein of the rap industry.
Furthermore, there have been rumors over the years about shady deals, backdoor agreements, and unethical practices involving some of the biggest names in the industry. If Diddy has information that could expose any of these, Those people have every reason to want him silenced. And let's not forget about the entertainment executives who are rumored to be in Diddy's orbit.
This is what I mean when I say people wake up every day and just volunteer lies. Diddy, how are we supposed to believe anything that comes out of your mouth? And furthermore, why should we not believe the rumors of things going in your mouth when you out here volunteering bold-faced lies? You would still be lying to us right now if it was no video. You didn't even apologize to Cassie in the video.
The downfall of one figure could trigger a domino effect, bringing many others down with them. Diddy's situation is far from over. He's up against legal battles, personal vendettas, and potentially life-threatening danger from those determined to keep him silent. The question now is whether he can survive long enough to tell his side of the story, or if the forces working against him will succeed in silencing him for good. Diddy's life has always been a balancing act, walking the fine line between power and vulnerability. He's used his influence, connections, and allegedly a trove of secrets to maintain his position at the top. But now, for the first time, it seems like he may be losing control. Whether he can navigate his way out of this mess is yet to be seen. But one thing is certain: whatever happens next will leave a lasting impact on the entertainment industry. The world is waiting with bated breath to see if Diddy will emerge from this crisis alive or if his secrets will go to the grave with him.
Diddy is now being sued in addition to what we just talked about by Dawn Richards. You guys will remember her. She was a part of Making the Band,
Dirty Money,
Dirty Money, the Danny Kane era. So basically what she is alleging, she's alleging a lot of different things.
What do you think? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, and be sure to check back for more updates as this story develops. Could this be the beginning of Diddy's downfall? Is someone genuinely attempting to discredit him in order to further their own interests? Or is this just another chapter in the crazy, unpredictable life of one of the most controversial figures in music history?